Blessed are the poor. This is the kingdom of God. Blessed are the hungry, for they shall be filled. And blessed are the meek, they shall inherit the earth. Oh, oh,
Yay. Yeah.
I cannot hear what you mean. Yes. Yes, I can do that. I got you.
Appreciate that.
You can.
What? Sing a song. What song? Just a song.
Can you bring that arm back for me? Just a tad bit. There you go. Just relax it.
Started playing a song on the speakers. I am the bread of life. When you're hungry, I will
So what?
feed you.
You forgot the water.
I am the bread of life. When you're hungry, I will fill you. I am for you. I am for you. I am for you. I am the light of the world. In the darkness, I have shined. I am the light of the world. In the darkness, I will lead you. I am for you. I am for you. I am for you. I am for you. I am the good shepherd. From your fears I will protect you. I am the good shepherd. When you wander, I will seek you. I am for you. I am for you. I am for you. I am for you.
Howdy, and welcome. Welcome, welcome. My name is Katie Crow. I'm the pastor here at Trinity Avenue. And DeCarlo and I are very, very happy to welcome you tonight to Reality Ministries Fundraiser. DeCarlo, what would you say to all these wonderful people?
Welcome to the Thomas Show!
Woo!
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bathrooms are just out the door to the right and the left if you need, as well as down here. And we hope that all of you will not only give generously, but share generosity of spirit and friendship with each other following this amazing concert. Enjoy some wonderful treats. We give thanks to all of you who prepared some snacks for us. And we're so grateful to have you in this space. And thank you for coming out on the cold night to help me welcome the Meek Squad. Woo!
Thank you.
And we'll turn it over to Lee for proper introductions. Have a wonderful evening.
Good evening, everybody. I am Savaya. This is Sloan, and this is Lee, and we are Meek Squad. And we're happy to be here, and we hope that you enjoy the music. So the first song that we will be doing tonight is Glory. So let me tell you a little story behind the song Glory. Lee one night was in the corner house in the Christ room, and he was just playing around with some music and just singing. So he invited me into the Christ room one night, and he was like, "Hey, tell me what you think about this." And then we started adding little things to the song, and he said to me, every time I thought about in my head who this song would be for to sing, I thought about you. So this is how this song, Glory, came about, which is really special. So we hope you all enjoy it tonight, and welcome.
Nothing can come between this love you have for me. I only live for your glory. Yeah. Nothing can come between this love you have for me. I only live for your glory. You are my glory, the one who lifts my head up. You are my glory, the one who lifts my head up. Nothing can come between this love you have for me. I only live for your glory. Yeah. Nothing can come between this love you have for me. I only live for your glory. You are my glory, the one who lifts my head up. You are my glory, the one who lifts my head up. Nothing can come between this love you have for me. I only live for your glory. Yeah. Nothing can come between this love you have for me. I only live for your glory. You are my glory, the one who lifts my head up. You are my glory.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this next one, little backstory on this one. Savaya and myself and Abby, who is a community leader at Reality, have gotten to go up together to Henderson, where Savaya is from, to visit with Savaya's great-grandmother, Mabel, who was in a gospel traveling singing group. And we've gotten to play her some of our songs, and she has been teaching us some songs. And we were over there recently, and she started scribbling out some lyrics on a notepad and taught us this song. So we've started singing this at Reality Evening Group. So it goes like this.
We offer Christ to you, my sister. We offer Christ to you, my brother. We offer Christ to you, my sister. We offer Christ to you, my brother. He will give you brand new life. Abundantly, He will give you brand new life abundantly. Oh, come, oh, come, oh, come, oh, come, oh, come.
Thank you. And Sloan is going to introduce this next song.
Home. Dashboard. Hope.
This next song is called Hope. It is a new song that we have been working on with Suvaya's grandmother. We hope to record a second album this year.
Thank you, Sloan. Ready?
can't go on.
You're holding on.
You are my hope. You are my hope. You are my hope. You are my Holding on. Holding
Thank you.
Hey, y'all. I'm Susan McSwain, and I'm the director of Reality Ministries. And I want to say thank you to Trinity Ave for hosting this tonight. You guys have been such deep partners for such a long time, and we're so grateful. And also, Westminster, Pres and Watts Baptist, and All Saints, just all of you have been just great friends of Reality in a lot of different ways, and it means so much to us. So I just want to say thank you. And it's really fun to see a lot of friends in this group, and also a lot of new faces. So thank you for choosing to come out on this gray, cold night and to be together and to receive the gift of these great friends sharing with us. It's my joy in this moment to get to tell you what Reality Ministries is all about. What we're doing over on the corner of Gregson and Lamond, I don't know what direction we are right that way, just a couple of blocks from here, is creating opportunities for adults with and without developmental disabilities to experience belonging and kinship and the life-changing reality of Christ's love. What that looks like in the day-to-day is making space for people of all different kinds of abilities to get to know each other and to become friends, and to discover both the wonder of our exquisite differences and at the same time the marvel of all that we have in common. So we thoughtfully design a variety of opportunities both inside the Reality Center and outside in the community, and volunteers and participants choose what they want to do, and then that's where the magic begins. From here, it grows over the years through everything from walks around the neighborhood to rock climbing to cooking to kayaking to gardening to grief support to Lego to gospel choir to yoga to Broadway fans to camping, and the list goes on and on. In these spaces where all these things are happening, authentic relationships built on mutuality are birthed and grow. Community comes to life in hope and in disappointment, in belly laughs and in tears, in confidence and in insecurity, in beauty and in pain, in all the things that friends share and bear together. And all of this that's happening is really unusual. So I want to explain why that's the case. Adults who live with intellectual and developmental disabilities often live quite isolated lives. And the people that they do spend time with, other than family, are often professionals who are paid to teach them something or manage them in some way or provide a service. The opportunities for friendship that come naturally to most of us, where we live or work out or worship, simply aren't always available in those same ways to a lot of our friends. Every parent of a son or daughter with a disability dreads the day when their child leaves high school and enters the abyss of nothing to do, nowhere to go, and no one to do it with. We hear this sad refrain over and over and over again from parents and caregivers. So Reality seeks to bring light and life into the black hole by curating space for community. We spend time around the table. That happens every month here at Trinity Ave. And All Saints also does a meal for us once a month. We celebrate birthdays. We go on trips. Friends live together in Reality's 3 and soon to be 4 residences. And we become familiar with each other's pets and pet peeves and quirks. We know each other well enough to get on each other's nerves and to show up for one another's important events in each other's lives, and to patiently learn one another's unique ways of communicating. So most of the activities I've talked about so far are intentionally in small groups of about 10 or so people. But every week we also have 5 different community groups that gather on various different nights of the week. And these times are big and boisterous, as any of those of you who have served here know. They're usually 60 plus people of all abilities who come together to eat a meal together and share about their week and laugh and play and talk about things that matter to all of us. And then once a month, those big groups divide up into smaller groups of 10 to 12 for what is one of my favorite places for where this kind of relationship that I've been describing has rich space to grow over time. So various participants and volunteers host their friends in their houses for what we call home group. And these are spaces for hanging out and enjoying a home-cooked meal. It's unhurried time for just being and listening and knowing and being known. So many of us in my home group, you see us here in my backyard, have been in this group together for over 10 years. We know that when Miss Blanche comes in, she's ready for her coffee, and if it has less than 6 spoonfuls of sugar, she will kindly send it back with a request to make it just a little sweeter. In this picture, she's on the Reality retreat several years ago where she saw the ocean for the first time. We know that Claudia will always bring her positive energy, and the Schragers, before they sadly moved away a few months ago, would always bring a delicious meal prepared with great love. We know that Corey will always ask for prayer for his family, and that Megan will always be the one who wants to pray. Robert had a stroke a few months ago, not long after we were all together on a reality retreat in the mountains. Recently, our home group went to visit him and have our home group in the nursing home that he had moved to with gifts of Carolina paraphernalia. And this is a good place to pause and give a shout out to those of you who are DVRing the game to watch on delay when you get back tonight. Lee, Jen, all right, thank you. Robert is definitely watching the game right now. We also took Chick-fil-A and a banner that we'd all made together that says, "We love you, Robert," because we do. Chris and Jeff have become great friends over the years at Reality, and now they volunteer together every Tuesday morning at Meals on Wheels. Jeff's dad passed away a few months ago, and at the home group, the first home group that we had after his dad had died, Chris, who is not a big talker, had made Jeff a cake. And he gave it to him and said, "For your life." Many of the friendships that we're growing at Reality are lifetime friendships. Our friends with IDD don't tend to move very much. They stick around, not as likely to move because of a job or a relationship or school. The vast majority of folks who were part of Reality when we started 15 years ago are still here. And more continue to come all the time. Our volunteers tend to come and go a little more. We have a lot of students, but it's so beautiful to see how, even from a distance, relationships can continue. And we love our students, and we also love people who live here and are staying here and can enjoy and grow these friendships in person for years and years. Since this time last year, we've added over 60 participants to our crew, and we're currently looking for ways to bring in over a dozen more who are waiting to be a part. So that's who we are. That's what we're doing. Now you know. And it's folks like you who make it possible in so many ways. My eyes keep landing on Corliss, who embodies all of these things that I've been talking about and these relationships that she has been so faithfully part of, and I know a recipient of at the same time, that have been so rich. We have Tammy, I think, is going to be downstairs with information about volunteering if you're interested. 75% of our budget comes from individual donors. Getting grants can be challenging because friendship is a hard thing to quantify. But we know our 230-some participants and 140-some volunteers are disrupting normal and blurring the lines between who is serving and who is being served, who is helping and who needs help. There's no us and them. We're all both giving and receiving. We're incomplete without each other. We are community and we are friends. And that's what we're inviting you into tonight. The Meek Squad is such a beautiful embodiment and expression of everything that Reality is about. So now you get a special treat to see a video about the Meek Squad. So enjoy.
Somebody said to me the other day, when they listen to the album, it feels like community.
Music is important to me because it is everything to me. Music is around me in my free time, in my alone time, during my time with friends, and even my family.
When I first went to evening group and I introduced myself to everybody and I told them, hey, I could sing, and then Lee asked me to sing the first time, and then it just stuck.
These are beautifully gifted individuals who have become friends, and out of those friendships have created this thing, which is this band called Meek Squad.
We became friends and had a strong connection from the start because of music. That connection has only grown and gotten stronger. We make a great team.
It feels really good to know that I met friends like Lee and Sloan, because I went from singing in my shower in my room every day to singing on the stage.
I assisted when they were in the recording studio, and that was my first time really kind of seeing them work. And boy, they work so hard. It was a grinding schedule. That was a real moment for me where I was like, oh yeah, this is a real thing. This is the real deal.
Sometimes when we're on stage, like I'm making sure Sloan's arm stays back, or I grab his hand in a certain time of a song, or Lee will look at me and smile, or I'll look at him and wink. I feel like those moments are really, I'm like, yes, y'all, like we're doing this right now.
Reality Ministries is a huge influence for Meek Squad and our songs. It is where we all met. It is where we first shared a stage together.
When Sloan and I wrote I'm For You, like the chorus is just right from the banner in the Reality Center. So the verses kind of wrote themselves based on what we were learning about Jesus at Reality.
We simply have been the bridge that allowed Lee and Sloan and Savia, whose paths would not likely have crossed were it not for Reality, to be able to meet each other and to get to know each other and to become friends, and then to become a band. And that really is the essence of Reality Ministries, is just creating space for people who wouldn't know each other otherwise, because of the way that certain people have just been so effectively pushed to the margins in our society, to really get to know each other and to delight in our shared humanity. And Meek Squad is certainly one of the most beautiful examples of that.
Reality Ministries is a place where you can be your authentic self. You don't get overlooked. You get seen for who you are and how God created you to be.
I am not just the guy in the wheelchair. I am the announcement guy. I am a singer and a songwriter. I am a friend to many people.
It's so hard to put into words the magic that happens around here. There's so many different activities you can participate in, but all those activities, they function to develop relationships, and I think that's the secret.
For me, like, you know, not having like community like this until I moved here, and like being around people like myself, and then coming here and then meeting like Sloan and Lee and then all of my friends at Reality and then the community, it makes me feel like I belong.
When someone makes a contribution financially to Reality Ministries, it's an investment in the people who have been called to bring to life this space of discovery and relationship and growth and mutuality and joy and abundance.
Like the belonging we're singing about in Abba, I Belong to You. I really feel like Reality Ministries has provided this space to experience the belonging that we're singing about in that song. And
agreed.
Like, that's...
It's a great space to be.
I am for, I am for.
Good evening. My name's Steve Unruh. I'm a member here at Trinity Avenue Presbyterian Church and on the board of Reality Ministries. Just want to take a second to reflect on this moment, this time. I think it was Jesus who said, when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am here also. And I think pretty clearly with the Meek squad, Jesus not simply here, but singing harmony with this group. So we give it up one more time for the Meek squad. My own first exposure to Reality Ministries did not actually happen at Reality Ministries, but happened when I was teaching at Riverside High School, where John and Katie were students at the time. And John and Katie roamed the halls of Riverside High School and came through my classroom on a regular basis. They knew everybody in the school, and everybody in the school knew them. And in their presence, as they came into a classroom, they just created this sense of community in the school that didn't exist in any other way. As a member of Trinity Avenue, after I had retired from teaching, I helped to serve a meal for the first time for Reality Ministries, and at that time, John and Katie immediately came right up, and along with DeCarlo, and DeCarlo's always exuberant greeting made me at home immediately, and just renewed that sense of community that I had known at the school. That's, to me, that's what Reality is all about. I've now been privileged to be on the board and to help support Reality, to be present at dinners, to be present at worship, to be with this community, to be enriched by them. So my job tonight is to invite you to join with us. Many of you are already volunteers, donors, supporters, and we thank you. We're grateful for your presence. We're grateful for your support. We're grateful that you are part of this amazing community. If you're new to this, we invite you to join us. There are many ways to do that. The most important, is to simply be you, to be present, to join with us, to come to a morning or an afternoon event, to join with your family or your church, to serve a meal, to be part of the activities that make this community the community that we are. In addition, we invite you to support us financially. There are cards that you have with you to give. You can give once. We encourage, if possible, to make a monthly donation that helps us to plan and sustain our work. I think this is flashing behind me. I wasn't actually watching, so either of those ways of giving are wonderful. If you're not able to volunteer, if you're not in a position to give, just share your name, your address, so we can be in touch and invite you in I think the way we say it is a non-offensive and non-frequent communication to just share who we are, what we're doing, and to invite you to be with us. So if you would, take a minute. You should have, as you came in from my friends Katie and John and others, a card. There it is. Thanks, Nancy. Hold that up high. There we go. And we're going to take a few minutes here, give you a chance to fill that out, and you'll be able to drop that on your way out as you grab dessert. The Meek squad is going to sing again, but we're going to wait a couple minutes and give you a chance to to fill that out, and then the Meek Squad is going to sing us out of here. If you need a card, John has them here.
Well, this is our last song, and we hope that you all enjoy tonight, and we hope to see you all again. This song is called Abba, so we hope you enjoy it, and thank you again for coming.
Yeah, thanks.
Abba, I belong to you. Belong. Abba, I belong to you. Belong. Because the very things I think drive you away, they draw you near. You are not afraid, you are not ashamed of all my sin. Ooh, when you brought me in, Abba, I belong to you. Belong. Abba, I belong to you. Belong. Because the very things I think drive you away, they draw you. You are not afraid, you are not ashamed of all my sin. Ooh, when you brought me in. And I know that I do belong. Belong. And I know that I do belong. Belong. And I know
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Quinn, and I am Reality's coordinator of community engagement and giving. And I'm just just looking out on everyone here. I'm just smiling outside and inside. It's so good to see y'all. Thanks for being here. I have some notes, because if I don't use them, I'll quickly say random things. At the beginning of the video, Lee said that a friend told him the Meek Squad album feels like community. As I look around this room, I'm seeing a shimmering web of long and deep intertwining friendships, of cumulative decades of loving this Trinity Avenue community, of loving the Reality community, relationships and depth that I don't even know how to plumb. At the same time, I'm seeing people that I've never seen before, who have never set foot in the Reality building or heard the Meek Squad sing before tonight. As we all sit and listen and fellowship later around desserts, I'm struck by the same thought that Lee's friend shared with him. This space feels like community, growing and deepening, supporting the belovedness and belonging amongst people of all abilities that happens here. Thank you to each of you for coming. Because I'm a believer that there's no such thing as too many rounds of applause, let's offer one more round of applause to the Meek Squad for singing. If you want to talk to them afterwards, they will be here. They will be downstairs. Try not to ask them a question right when they get a bite of cheesecake in their mouth, but any other time is great. This is kind of the encore. We did a very similar event to this in November, and it was just so fun that we said, let's do it again. So here we are. I was going to say, oh yes, at the beginning of the night, Wendy and Sloan got here at 6:15, and Wendy pulled out a Tupperware because she wanted to make sure that Sloan would get a cheesecake before they all got gone. Because at the last one, we had about this number of people or maybe more, and just one cheesecake, and so that cheesecake went real fast. So this time, Sloan, I've stashed away your 1 or 2 or 7 slices of cheesecake somewhere that no one but me knows, and no one but me will know.
It is well deserved.
That's a segue into we will have a ton of delicious desserts downstairs, right outside. I went out of order. I'm sorry, Zach, but there they are. There's the desserts. We'll go back to those slides in a second. If you go right out this door, there are stairs and an elevator down to the narthex. If you don't know where to go, just follow all the other people, and you can get there. There, I saw, you might have seen a small exodus of people going earlier out of here. That's because they were setting up the desserts. They weren't piecing out early. They were just going to set the desserts up. And they might have eaten them all before you get down there, so we'll make sure that there's some, I think there's going to be a lot left. I wanted to tell you, too, about 2 Reality things that are coming up. If you want more, if you want to hang out with us, community worship is a event for everyone. Anyone, families are welcome. It's an hour of worship and fellowship. It's a lot like this. You'll see these 3 people up on the stage. We'll pass the peace. We'll hang out. It's Monday, March 20th. That's far away, which means that you probably don't have anything on your calendar yet for that day. 7 to 8 p.m. at the Reality Center, which is right that way. It's real fun. Also, this is big news. The Reality Cafe, after a long and unfortunate hiatus, is opening back up, and we are so excited. In fact, several representatives of the cafe are here tonight. Tony left. Well, Tony is not here, but Emma is here. Emma is the leader of the cafe, and we're so pumped to have it back. It is one Friday a month in March and April, and then we're getting dates for the next couple of months. But on your little card here you can scan that QR code or go to that link and reserve a spot for you or a couple of friends and you. It's real fun. It's delicious. It's friends of all abilities cooking and preparing and serving an amazing meal. You should come to that. Yes, and the desserts was the other thing. Don't forget to fill out your pledge card. Drop it in one of their outside there. There will be bags. Even just your email is a great gift to us. The non-annoying, non-frequent emails are a joy to read. If they're not, you can tell me because I usually write them. And I think that's all I have. Thanks for coming tonight, and we will be downstairs all together. And we're so grateful you're here.
Yay!
I'm Corliss Wood, and for going into 10 years now, it was mentioned that this church did a monthly dinner for a particular reality community group, which now it is Zach Bond's community group that comes the second Monday night of every month. And the women, I started out only being a part of serving a meal once a month. So I want to tell you all that you should experience coming to Reality Ministries itself when one of these activities is going on. And so this semester, the winter spring semester, I am at Reality Ministries from 10 o'clock in the morning on Tuesdays until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And if anybody wants to join me, it doesn't mean you have to start coming every week, that you have to be regular volunteer. I just want to share how it is when we have our Tuesday morning gathering. When you saw in the slides and you saw a big circle, everybody gets a chance to talk. There's an agenda that's up there on the screen so they know what to expect. And so all of you here in this meeting that are a member of my church, if you ever want to join me at 10 o'clock and just see this, you don't have to stay all day like I am, but you have lunch after we get through with our Tuesday morning meeting, and then we usually take a walk when it's warm enough and walk down to a park. And then we have an activity that we do, and then Emma over here is the coordinator in the kitchen, and you will have a simple, delicious, nutritional lunch. So call me if you want to join me. Please do.
All right, let's go eat some desserts, y'all.
Blessed are the poor. This is the kingdom of God. Blessed are the hungry, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the meek, shall inherit the earth.
she's the one that makes my hair beautiful.
Hey, I'm Lee.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Y'all did great.
Thank you. She's the one that makes my hair look really great. Yeah. But you made it. Yeah. They're
Hair looks great.
They're
Hey, thank you.
This is not the last one, I'm sure. Yeah.
We had our all-star roadie carrying guitars in and carried the guitar in.
That'd be great, man.
Yeah.
This is my second one. It's not my first rodeo. Not my first one.
Hey, good to see you. How's it going?
Yeah. Hi, how are you?
Thanks. Glad to hear it. We're hoping to record this summer, yeah.
Yes.
Put one out in the
You're
fall.
welcome.
And then maybe like, we
All
want,
the time.
you know, there's a ministry side by side
Yeah.
that's kind of like Reality.
Well, I'm
that
so happy to
Reality
do that.
staff person went out to Spokane.
Well, we
Washington,
will
started.
be doing it.
So they've invited us out there. So we're thinking about maybe trying to zigzag our way out there.
Yes,
Maybe like
that's
retrofit
great.
a van.
Yeah,
wheelchairs
I love
and,
that. You're welcome.
So if you know of any Brewer Hawk